Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how a IT service provider can help manage risk in your business. You as a business owner or business operator understand that there's a wide range of risk, and you can insure some of that risk, and the risk that you don't insure is risk that you're taking on, and you're bearing the risk yourself. And working with a good IT service provider can help mitigate some of those risks. Clearly not all of those risks, but I wanted to go through some of the things that you might look for or want to have as a part of your risk management plan, and that your IT service provider ought to be looking out for you. I'm going to just rattle through some key items that from an infrastructure perspective that we're looking for within our client base. One clearly is backups and disaster recovery. You would want your provider to make sure that you have a good backup plan in place, that the right data is being backed up, that it's being backed up consistently and effectively, preferably with automation, not with tape, or not with manual intervention from your users who go on vacation and get sick and sometimes don't follow procedures. You want to make sure that there's an appropriate off-site backup plan, so that you're not just backing up information to a location that might be prone to disaster, and if you lose that server from some sort of weather event, that your backups go with it. So backups and backup administration is a key risk area that you would want your provider working on. Security, some of the security risks that you need to be aware of clearly is antivirus and spam protection. These days the risk has spread to the browser. Service providers ought to be able to walk you through alternatives to protect your business. Employees are prone to going places on the web where they probably shouldn't be, and browser protection is one of those areas that need to be addressed. But also wireless security, and if you have any web-based applications that your users are accessing, or that maybe you're providing to customers or vendors, a good service provider ought to be able to bring some service to bear to make sure that those applications aren't open or vulnerable in some way. Another area is clearly in the infrastructure space. Making sure that your business can keep running would be to ensure that the patches are being applied to the servers and devices, and that there's a good compliance understanding of compliance of software license agreements, that the software you're using is actually licensed, and then you're not vulnerable or risking yourselves in that way. That there's a technology refresh plan in place. That's important for many reasons. One, it helps for software license compliance, but hardware is machinery, and machinery does break down over time, and it's not a matter of whether it will break down, it's when. And you should be able to work with your provider to understand what kind of technology refresh plan is most appropriate, that you can afford, that makes sure that the PCs and laptops are being refreshed on a scheduled basis and with some consistency. Email continuity. I think we've learned through the disasters we've experienced in the Gulf Coast area that email continuity is very important, and if you don't have an email continuity plan in place, so when there is some sort of disaster where your business can at least keep communicating and collaborating internally, and any type of failover that might be appropriate for the critical business applications and critical resources, and fits your business continuity plan. So those are some of the things, the risks that exist and that an IT service provider can help with to really round out your full risk mitigation plan for your business. It's not an area to be neglected. Thank you very much.